We thought we had seen it all, from mass murders, psychopaths, hooligans, and serial killers to even presidents. Cops have been on a roll arresting people of all types, but have seen cases where they arrest FBI agents. Were they rightly arrested? And do wrongful arrests of law enforcement officials call for the arrest with heavier punishments? Join us as we check a look at bizarre cases where dumb decisions from cops take them to rather odd position. So why don't we just kick things off with a crossover story of an FBI agent who has been wrongfully jailed? In our first case, the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department detained a former FBI agent for no apparent reason. It was a bizarre and ridiculous incident. As it turned out, Roger Golubski, a former detective, had been falsely accused of assaulting two black women between 1998 and 2002. There have been 2 accusations, to be exact. The real question is, however, how did the Kansas City police force allow him to get away with it for so long? Roger Golubski's unsolved case was discovered by the FBI while it was looking into the Kansas City Police Department's behavior. The former detective had a history of sexually assaulting women over the course of his 35-year career as a police officer and had been trading drugs for information. Lamonte McIntyre, a young black man, was accused of committing a double homicide by Golubski during his time as a police officer. McIntyre was ultimately freed after serving 24 years in prison without proper cause as a result. Golubski was taken into custody by the FBI on suspicion of 6 counts of sexually assaulting 2 black women. He has since entered a not guilty plea. Despite the jury rejecting his lawyer's request for release on medical grounds, he was kept in custody for routine medical examination. Black woman Rhonda Tribute, whose corpse was discovered in 1998, was one of Golubski's informants. Her case remains unsolved despite the fact that the investigation was started but never finished. She died, and Golubski's involvement is now being called into question by many people. That is exactly what we are saying. Many civil rights advocates across the nation have praised the arrest of Golubski, but it also raises serious questions about police behavior and the abuse of their authority. According to Tricia Bullnell, the director of the Midwest Innocence Project, a full investigation into the abuses in Wyandotte County and systematic reforms are needed to ensure that no other police officers and public officials can continue to abuse their power. As more of Golubski's crimes were discovered, it became clear that the Kansas City Police Department needed significant restructuring. Several inquiries remain unanswered as a result of the FBI's inquiry into the department. Roger Golubski's arrest was long overdue, but it's worth noting that it was the FBI, not the Kansas City Police, who brought him to justice. Next up, with the arrest of 2 Drug Enforcement Administration officers by the FBI in Nassau County, Florida, the situation has unexpectedly turned around. The DEA, a law enforcement organization renowned for its aggressive efforts to combat the drug trade, has charged 2 officers with drug-related offenses. But the system's level of dysfunction clearly remains unclear. While selling drugs, including cocaine, that had been seized to willing customers, Sergeant James Hickox was captured with his hand in a cookie jar. His greed knew no bounds as he also combined drugs with other substances to make up the weight difference and kept parts for himself. In his bedroom closet, the FBI discovered 3 shoeboxes, each containing $100,000 in cash. They also discovered another $200,000 hidden in his garage. Hickox claimed that he borrowed the funds for his claim by partaking in his gambling habit when asked where the money came from. Hickox's actions have hurt the DEA's reputation and are obviously a breach of his obligations as a law enforcement officer. Joshua Erie, a highway inspector, had been covered in the same drugs that had to be seized, even going so far as to legally approve the prescription of 43 oxycodone pills. He purchased drugs from drug dealers. As if that weren't enough, while under the influence of drugs, he acquired a gun, due to the fact that he was trusted with the law rather than the law itself. Erie's actions were not only wrong, but also dangerous. The surprise arrest of these officers leaves the public wondering just how pervasive corruption is within law enforcement organizations Sheriff Bill Leeper expressed his dissatisfaction by saying, "I think we need to make sure law enforcement personnel who violate the law are held accountable. When I learned of the accusations, I was shocked, let down, repulsed, and beyond angry. These incidents where the police ran into the FBI were some of the most shocking ones. We now look at our last and final case. A significant mishap that made headlines involved the case of mistaken identity between a Florida deputy and an FBI agent. When he received a call from a man claiming to be an FBI agent and asking to meet him in a nearby parking lot, Officer Gordon found himself in a precarious situation. This is a classic illustration of what can go wrong if a person doesn't confirm the identity of the person they're meeting, especially when speaking to a police officer. I do, but I don't understand what the problem is with your meeting me at the office. I'll talk to the U.S. Attorney's Office about it. Cut off the recording device now." "Okay, well, I will when I leave the area, sir." "Well, I will when I leave the area, sir." Asked the officer to turn off his recording device. Suspicions should have been aroused. However, Officer Gordon continued to record the conversation, a classic move. This was a wise decision as well, because it provided proof of what had happened, which, as you can probably guess, didn't turn out too well for Officer Gordon. Despite Agent Hatton's efforts to persuade Gordon that he was an FBI agent, the officer was skeptical and demanded to know how the agent obtained his phone number. Given the predicament the officer was in, it is not shocking that he requested assistance and handcuffed Agent Hatton. However, things started to spiral out of control. It got worse when Hatton shut the car door, especially considering how hot it was in Florida. It's fortunate that Agent Hatton's condition didn't worsen because Gordon made a bad choice in doing this. Concerns were raised by Officer Gordon regarding Agent Hatton's investigation into the actions of law enforcement agencies in North Florida. Agent Hatton's claims that he was an FBI agent may not have been taken seriously by the officer because he was aware of the widespread corruption within the police department and worried about being connected to it. Let's say his ego overcame him. The hour-long incident took place on December 20 in a parking lot off U.S. Highway 98 in the coastal fishing community, 45 miles southwest of Tallahassee. Due to the heat, Agent Hatton, who was shielded from the elements by a bulletproof vest and had limited access to air conditioning, started to experience health problems like nausea and suffocation. He, however, avoided a fatal situation by being taken to a nearby hospital, where he received treatment for dehydration and heat exhaustion before being released. What do you think of our list? Do you think there are more corrupt officials out there? Sound off in the comments below. And while you are at it, make sure to hit subscribe and leave a like for more such content. Thanks for watching.
A police officer was fired for apologizing to an Army sergeant. The incident escalated in a nearby cafe when the officer and sergeant argued over a misunderstanding. As tensions rose, the cop recognized his error and apologized.
Hello.
Hey. I don't know that.
You know who that is?
No.
Who's your girlfriend or your baby mama? Lady right here.
First of all, that's my wife, Margaret.
Okay.
Margaret.
Okay.
And who are y'all looking for?
The apology was his downfall, as the cops cited a policy violation for expressing weakness. The officer's termination has divided the community, with some applauding his openness to accept mistakes and others arguing that the department must maintain discipline. The event illustrates the delicate balance between law enforcement responsibility and expectations.
Investigate. Right there. 9 years, U.S. Army. Now, what's the problem?
Okay. What's your first name?
I don't have to identify myself to you, do I? Am I under investigation? You want to tell me what's going on?
102, can you confirm the address?
Can you come out here? No, she can't come out there. Y'all need to tell me what's going on. This is my house. Don't.
Copy. They're advising that this is not the right address.
Oh, welfare check for what?
Hi, ma'am. What? Ma'am?
Y'all violating my rights right now.
Actually, we're not, dude.
Yes, you are, because
No,
you're
we're
not
not.
telling me who that is. I said it to you.
Listen to me, dude. We're not violating your rights.
You are.
How?
Because
Which right? Which civil right are we violating?
Why are you raising your
We're
voice?
not violating
Why are you raising
anything,
your voice?
okay?
Why is he raising
So
his
we
voice?
are here
Are
on
you
a
threatening
welfare
me?
check.
An urgent call from the local medical center about a poisoning incident disturbed the solemn atmosphere at the police department on May 10th, 2020. The officers rushed to the scene, their expressions furrowed with concern. The medical institution received a frightened patient with symptoms of purposeful poisoning. The detectives and medical professionals methodically gathered evidence to solve the case. They remained concentrated as the situation grew severe, reflecting their dedication to finding the truth. The tragedy highlighted the community's issues and law enforcement's vital role in protecting the people of the city.
What's his problem?
Okay.
Nah, I need your badge numbers. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'll
I'm
give
sorry.
you my badge number. But so the reason we're here is to
Now
make
you're
sure
telling me the
somebody
reason
is
after
okay.
you told me to eat it. So you told me to eat it, right? Marler?
I messed up.
Now that you on film, you messed up. So
you
you,
did
you
report.
haven't violated any of my
No.
rights.
No,
The
sir.
first thing you said to me coming here was,
So,
is
sir.
that my baby mama or my girlfriend?
Sir,
Then he
so
started
we
raising
were
his
called
voice
to
at
call
me.
from North Bay.
Pause. I need your name and your badge number.
Officer Conma 107.
Thank you. I need your name and your badge
Officer
number.
Marler 102.
And she's at my window. I told you not to go to my window. Close the blinds.
Do you have a 14-year-old son?
Close the blinds.
Hold on, sir.
Close the blinds.
Sir, do you have a 14-year-old son?
Close the blinds.
Tiffany Canoma and Cody Marler responded to a distress call at Army Sergeant Sarah Hawkins' home. Arriving at the scene, they found a well-kept suburban home with tension. Alarming neighbors reported loud noises and conversations. As they neared the front door, they glanced around, mentally preparing for anything. Sergeant Hawkins gingerly opened the door, her look a mix of apprehension and relief. The cops introduced themselves and promised to assist and protect her. They found strewn items and emotional disturbance within. Canoma and Marler calmly explained the matter to the sergeant with empathy. The presence and competence gave Sergeant Hawkins a sense of security.
Marler.
Get the fuck off my
I served
property.
as well.
Marler.
I don't give. You were probably a piece. If you served and you telling
Okay.
people to eat, you probably was a piece.
All right.
You can get out of here. That's what you can do, Marler. You
Okay. Let me explain, because we may have
said
been.
you told me to eat it.
Can I explain to you?
The conversation revealed that their quick response had diffused a potentially developing scenario, emphasizing the importance of law enforcement in maintaining community peace. As cops yelled at Sergeant Hawkins, the precinct was tense. Raised voices and colorful language broke the customary decorum as the precinct walls seemed to absorb the intense argument. Officer Marler, who violated department regulations, was the focus of this verbal altercation.
And our dispatch. So we got a call that we needed. Okay, a 3-year-old was brought into the hospital because she ingested nail polish remover. Okay,
We don't know anything about
Okay.
any of that.
and that is absolutely fine. So this
I
just got a
know,
little out of hand,
But you don't come to somebody's house and say, "If that's your baby, I'm your girlfriend." You
right?
know,
And
like,
I completely understand
You're
that.
supposed to be
It was
professional.
I'm trying my best to be
and if
professional.
you're doing fine. But
Okay.
that guy, I don't know what side of the bed he woke up on.
Had him
Put
sent
yourself
away.
in my shoes. 2 cops knock on your door. Boom, boom, boom. I'm in there having a good time with my wife
Okay.
of 5 years.
Marler was chastised by Sergeant Hawkins, known for the strict discipline, for his unprofessional language and behavior. This incident revealed a wide rift between the seasoned officer and his colleagues, showing how a law enforcement unit's values and expectations clash. The precinct was forever changed by the incident, which stressed the need for following departmental procedures and remaining professional even in stressful times. Officer Marler has apologized for his recent behavior, which gained public notice and sparked concerns.
So
Y'all want me to quote what statute you guys are violating? I'm not one of those people, but I'm pretty sure I can go on Google and see if
we
this
have
is
every
legal
right
what
to be
you
here
did.
to check on somebody, and you have the right to Google us and make sure.
So you have
Okay.
the right to be here and check on somebody, right?
Yes,
Did I have to come out my door?
you did not. We needed to come
Exactly.
check.
The formal statement apologized for any discomfort and pledged to uphold law enforcement's highest standards. The government soon issued a statement recognizing the occurrence. The statement stressed the necessity of following a stringent code of conduct and their commitment to ethics and professionalism. It also informed the public that internal measures will be implemented to resolve the issue and prevent repeat accidents. This reinforces the department's commitment to building trust and respect between officers and the community they serve by emphasizing law enforcement transparency and accountability. Loveland Police's wrongful arrest of Karen Gardner has outraged the community and beyond. On June 26, 2020, cops apprehended and confined 73-year-old dementia patient Garner for trying to exit a Walmart without paying $13.88. The officer's wrist lock and shoulder pressure caused Garner to dislocate her shoulder, break her arm, and other injuries. Later publication of body camera footage fueled public fury. The incident emphasizes the necessity for law enforcement mental health training and awareness. The Loveland Police Department was criticized for its response, prompting calls for accountability and reform. 73-year-old Garner, whose dementia affected her memory, was confused in Walmart's fluorescent aisles. She stumbled toward the exit with a few unpaid things, her wrinkled brows showing her diminishing awareness. The store security guards gently intercepted Gardner, seeing the weakness in her eyes. An understanding staffer guided her back to the checkout amid the chaos. Gardner's brief attempt to disappear revealed her dementia and the difficulty memory loss causes. Officer Austin Hopp responded quickly to the emergency call. He fought Gardner and restrained her with determination. Hopp used controlled power and professional urgency to control the issue. The intense interaction highlighted law enforcement's challenges in preserving public safety in complex and possibly dangerous situations.
Before that, you tried to steal from Walmart, and they caught you and took the stuff back. Stand up. Oh.
I'm not going.
Why are you fighting with me? And why are you trying to slip the cuffs off?
I'm going home.
Stop.
I'm going home.
No, you're not. Are you finished? Are you finished? We don't play this game. You understand me? And if you try to kick me, oh, this is gonna be bad.
I'm going home.
Stop.
I'm going home. I'm going home.
Officer Daria Hilali arrived with nervous anticipation. As she approached, her stern face showed determination. The situation escalated quickly when both police appeared to use excessive force when arresting Garner. Their unrelenting activities put doubt on the incident's legality and raised questions about the police department's use of power. They watched in surprise, increasing their concern as the interaction developed, and the tragedy raised important questions regarding police training and responsibility, prompting a reevaluation of public safety practices.
Get in the car.
In you go.
Do not hook onto him.
I'll come on the other side and grab her. What's that?
Where is your sergeant?
Who's my sergeant?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first, I can tell you that. Sergeant Metzler, he's at the police department. You can go talk to him if you have an issue.
Yeah, give me your car so I can put a report.
Okay.
I see you there, how you throw the little kid.
Little kid?
Well, I don't know
He's not
if
a little kid. And this is what
He
happened.
was just walking, and I see you how
She
you
just
grab him.
stole from Walmart.
Officers ignored mental health regulations when treating Gardner. Their unwillingness to recognize Gardner's condition violated vital policies protecting vulnerable people. A regretful and avoidable escalation occurred due to her mental illness being ignored. Law enforcement might have avoided this tragedy with better training and mental health knowledge, underscoring the need for better awareness and protocol when dealing with mentally ill people. After the disturbing occurrence, Loveland settled with Garner for $3 million.
Whole situation, that's the thing.
Yeah, you know, but it's like...
But knowing the situation, do you feel differently now?
Oh, yeah. But
That's
you know,
it.
like seeing it from there, that guy just walking.
Yeah, I get
You
that.
know?
I get that. So when I went to go grab her and talk to her, she started running, leaving, pulling away from me, trying to fight me.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't see it running,
Exactly. So before you go to a snap judgment, you gotta get all the facts.
But right here, she wasn't running.
I get that.
I see her walking right
Yeah.
there. You pull
All right.
over.
I gotta deal with this. You hang tight, okay?
Get your feet in the car.
The city's decision shows its commitment to restitution. The settlement honors Garner's experience and takes accountability and justice forward. This shows the power of fairness and transparency in difficult situations. The agreement stresses the city's commitment to healing and progress by making the neighborhood safer and more inclusive. ATF agent James Burke's arrest shocked law enforcement. The episode, which was quite intense, involved corruption and power abuse. The agency's reputation was tarnished by the arrest. Once admired, Burke now confronts legal challenges and public criticism. The incident emphasizes the necessity for law enforcement accountability and transparency to reestablish public trust. As the judicial proceedings continue, doubts about Burke's activities and their impact on other cases remain.
Hey, get on the ground! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
I'm a federal agent.
917-110-3.
I'm a federal agent.
Get on the ground!
I'm a federal agent.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it.
Get on the ground. We'll figure it out.
Columbus police officers Joseph Fiji and Kevin Winchell arrived at a disturbance with seasoned vigilance. The darkly lit alley with its muffled bustle was illuminated by the flickering street light. They advanced with solid steps and quick looks to assure safety. Both cops showed determination and prudence, demonstrating their years of service. As they approached, anxiety grew, preparing to reveal the nighttime mystery. Agent Burke automatically reached for his federal badge as he stepped forward to assert his authority. Officer Fiji's gruff voice ordered him to the ground despite his clean suit and confident posture. Burke's jaw tightened as he analyzed the situation, his badge gleaming between the need to show his credentials and the officer's demand. His eyes flickered before he complied, a planned move to diffuse the conflict and balance power and cooperation. Federal and local law enforcement jurisdictions are different yet linked. The FBI and DEA have jurisdiction over cross-state matters in federal legislation. They handle terrorism, organized crime, and narcotics trafficking. Police and sheriffs in counties and municipalities address crimes within their boundaries. Law enforcement requires collaboration between various institutions to ensure public safety while respecting their authority and legal frameworks. Agent Burke's defiance changed when Officer Fiji, resolute and determined, led with a charged taser.
The car! Why would you make us do this?
I didn't want you to. I wanted to. Wait.
No, you knew what you were doing.
Sir, calm down.
Relax.
Sir, hey, guys, please, just talk to me for 1 second, please.
Get in the car and we'll talk later.
Sir, wait.
You had your chance.
No, I was trying to give you my creds. You didn't let me show them to you.
Never once tried.
I did.
Get in the car.
Wait.
Now!
Have a seat. Please, wait, I gotta breathe.
Okay,
please,
you
sir,
can,
let
you
me
can
breathe.
sit down and breathe.
Let me breathe. I have a medical condition.
We're gonna get air to you. Get your legs in. Get your legs in. We're closing this door.
Sir,
get your legs in.
I need air. Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking for an ambulance.
You got a medic coming. Get in the car.
Officer Fiji's vigor and determination seemed to melt Burke's resistance. Tense expectancy lingered before Burke's determined posture broke free. Burke's submission was unavoidable due to the overwhelming force. The scene was filled with relief and submission as the taser stopped, ending Officer Fiji's determination and Agent Burke's defiance. Agent Burke reportedly conducted a firearm follow-up at the scene. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Weapons, and Explosives, or the ATF, enforced federal weapons, explosives, arson, and alcohol and tobacco trafficking statutes in this case. The ATF's role assures strict firearm distribution and use regulation. As the operation proceeds, Agent Burke's involvement and the ATF's goals would become clearer, revealing their efforts to protect public safety and federal regulations. The complainant's unwillingness to open the door reflected their Fourth Amendment attitude. They refused the authorities' admission request, citing the Constitution's ban on unreasonable searches. This principled approach highlighted the fragile balance between individual liberty and police enforcement. As anxiety rose, the scene captured the spirit of the Fourth Amendment, demonstrating the importance of private rights in a security-conscious culture. The stalemate reminded citizens that democracy relies on their vigilance in maintaining their constitutional rights. Agent Burke sued Columbus officers federally for excessive force and injury. The lawsuit alleges that cops used excessive force and caused significant harm during a recent incident. Burke, a devoted law enforcement officer, argues the cops' actions were unnecessary and civil rights violations. Burke's situation epitomizes police misconduct and accountability debates. As the judicial procedures progress, attention shifts to law enforcement practices and the national debate on police use of force.